What is up, guys? My name is Rice. Welcome back to the channel today. This is a brand new video, and yeah, we are doing the video tonight because yeah, we are going to be live in about 12-ish, probably by the time you guys are watching this, 8 or so hours. We're going to be live for the NHL trade deadline. That is tomorrow or today, depending on when you watch this. And yeah, we're going to be live for that. The stream is already on the channel. It's all set up. And, yeah, we will be live probably around 8:30, 9 o'clock-ish. I think it depends on when I get up exactly. And, yeah, we'll be live all the way through until the end of the deadline. You guys can get the exclusive first look at what trades will be happening tomorrow. Maybe a signing or two. Phil Kessel, I think, still technically hasn't signed with the Canucks yet. So you'll see that probably. And, yeah, so you'll be getting the first, latest, and breaking news live on the stream from Twitter. I do have everything set up as well, so I'm not going to be rushing into 1, 2 a.m. tonight. So, yeah, before the game recap, I just want to get that said again. And also, real quick reminder, if we hit 1,000 subscribers during tomorrow's stream, I will do a 24-hour sleep stream. So that's going to be fun, and yeah, it's not going to happen, which is why I know why I can safely make that bet. But on the very off chance that we do hit 1,000, I mean, we only need 85 people to come into the stream and hit that sub button. But if it does happen, like I said, we will do a 24-hour stream, which I'm low-key going to hate because I'm probably not going to be recording the stream from the first moment it starts because I do want to keep the full archive, but whatever, we'll see. And, yeah, so let's get into the game. You guys are probably going to want to hear about that. Also, in case you guys are wondering what this is, it's a neck rest. I turned around because I thought it'd be funny to make it look like I've got a neck brace on. And, yeah. So, again, we will be live tomorrow. And, yeah. So, the Canadiens, they played tonight in the PNC Arena against the Carolina Hurricanes. And they would end up losing, unfortunately. By the way, if you are new here, firstly, hit the like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. If you guys are new here, though, how we do this is we go through the lines for both teams. I give a little game summary, analysis, recap. I go through the stats for the Habs, and then we get on out of here. The opening lines for the Canadiens were Caulfield, Suzuki, Slavkovsky, Waugh, Newhook, Armia, Gallagher, Evans, Anderson, Pearson, Harper, Ullinen. On the blue line, Matheson, Gooley, Jack-Eye, Savard, and Struble, Harris. Montembeault of the Samuel variety gets the start in net, and Caden Primo backs him up, giving Jake Allen the night off, a.k.a. Some people might speculate if he's being traded because he was held out, but no, it's 3-goalie rotation. As far as I know, he's not in any trade talks right now. I'm going to say this in the second I upload this video. Oh, Jake Allen's in trade talks. That'd be really funny, but it won't happen. The opening lines for the Hurricanes. By the way, I'm going to see how long I can go with this. If I can make it through the whole video, I get to reward myself after the stream. Or after the video, I should say. Svechnikov, Aho, Teravainen, Noesen, Drury, Natchez, Martinook, Stahl, Jarvis, and Lemieux, Kotkaniemi, and Foster on the forward core. Slavin, Burns, Pesci, Skjei, Brady Skjei. It's not Skjeien as apparently I thought it was. Brady Skjei with Pesci and Orlov Chatfield, not Caulfield as I misread earlier. I got very confused for a second. But as Orlov and Chatfield, shout out Jalen Chatfield, always respected his game. Frederik Andersen gets his first start since I think they said November 5th. He's back from blood clots, and yeah, you love to see that. The only time I won't mind losing to the Hurricanes is a game where you got a guy like Freddie Andersen coming back from a big injury like that. Pyotr Kochetsov would back him up as he's been the clear starter before the game. We got a couple things to note, 2 things to note. Firstly, of course, last game before the deadline for both of these teams, for a lot of teams that are playing tonight, obviously. Like I said, we're live tomorrow. I'm probably going to be starting around 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock. I have the stream set for 9:15. However, I'm still not entirely too sure if I want to start that late. Yeah, I'm probably going to try and come up live before 9. Again, I think it depends on how much sleep I get tonight, but fingers crossed I'm able to start before 9. And also the Hurricanes. On the Hurricanes side, they waived Brendan Lemieux, who was playing tonight. I think they just used him as an emergency guy. Antti Ranta and Tony DeAngelo have all been waived by the Hurricanes. The rumors were out there that D'Angelo was on the block. The Hurricanes were willing to retain 50% to trade him, and all they wanted back was a fifth. Apparently nobody bought, and so now he's on waivers. I would think there's no way that he gets traded now because, yeah, you can't really trade somebody while they're on waivers because by the time he clears, that'll be where the deadline is more than likely, unless it's, I think, maybe 2 p.m. But yeah, unless there's already a trade in place and it just hasn't come out maybe, but I can't see it happening. So yeah, 30 seconds in, Svechnikov ends up hitting a crossbar off a bad turnover. The opening minutes, the Canes press. Chatfield has a shot just wide. That was looking for a deflection. Harrison Lemieux then exchanged some words after a whistle. The Canes were in control, but just one shot on net. Habs get a couple looks. Caulfield with a nice burst. The top line was solid, but Canes with some good D. Evans then tries to beat Burns for a puck, and shortly after, the Habs score. Joshua Waugh goals in back-to-back games. From the point, off of a turnover, a nice shot that apparently goes off Chatfield and bounces up on Frederik Andersen into the net. It's a 1-0 Habs lead. 1-0 Habs lead as Joshua Waugh scores from Alex Newhook, the lone assist on that one. Caulfield on the rush, next chance, tries to bury one. Good wrap chance, gets center to nobody. As Andersen was way out of the net, that easily would have been a 2-0 Habs lead there. Then we get some 4-on-4. So Ulanen's called for a hook, but Nate just runs right into Monty immediately after. He would have been able to avoid it. And we got some 4-on-4. I will be honest. Firstly, very surprised nobody goes after Natchez. Nobody really saw what happened until they see Natchez and Monty both down. And props to Natchez for going over to Monty after it happened. Just a little, hey, sorry about that. I like that. Canadiens get some pressure. There's a good chance for Matheson. Finds Suzuki, but that's just off the post. The rebound, Slav is covered. He just can't bury it. The Habs end up getting the Habs get the 4-on-3, and then this is where that happens. But Pesci's called for a hook on Suzuki as he tried to drive the net. Nice job to draw the penalty. Habs aren't able to convert aside from that really solid Suzuki, then Slav potential chance. Habs are 0-for-1 on the power play tonight. Habs get some pressure. Waugh tries to go top shelf to makes the game 2-0. Andersen was having a little bit of a hard time in the first spotting pucks. A lot of screen chances. It wouldn't end up. The game wouldn't end that way. He got better as the game went along. But yeah, there was a portion at this point where it was very much like he was clearly rusty. Canes then pressure, though, suddenly, the way Chatfield is a nice press. Canes are looking for a tip shot. They know that's how they can beat Montembeault. And they do score. Brady Skjei off the wall ends up coming into the slot. And just beats Monty with a backhand as he was a little bit out of his net, but there's two screens in front. Monty had zero clue where that puck was. And, yeah, just honestly kind of bad coverage by Slavkovsky, unfortunately, on Brady Skjei. But the kid's 19. He'll probably learn from that. He's probably looking at video right now thinking, oh, damn, in the future I got to cover that better. So, yeah. If you expect me to do an accent there, don't expect accuracy in those from me. The Canes then immediately go to the power play. Anderson's called for a slash on Orlov as the Canes had pressed. There's a good look for the Canes on the power play, but Savard gets a clear. Hurricanes with their second unit out. Cook, he was on the ice. He didn't do anything tonight. Habs are able to kill. There's a good shot through traffic by the Canes that gets stopped. The Habs are 1-for-1 on the PK tonight. Canes with big momentum. Habs get hemmed in a bit, but Waugh ends up getting a shot from distance in on Andersen back the other way. And the Canes go to the power play yet again. I thought that actually should have gone the other way. I think Newhook getting called for interference should have been the Hurricanes, as the Hurricane player took down Newhook, but Newhook gets the penalty because he wears this logo. Habs do get the clear. Savard gets involved with Kotkaniemi after a whistle. Habs have 1:30 of PK time, though. To start the second, that penalty comes with about 28 seconds left. So the shots are tied 8-8, as is the game, a 1-1 tie after the first period. Habs on the PK early do a good job to kill. Not really much to mention. The Hurricanes didn't get much of a pressure whatsoever. Habs are 2-for-2 on the PK. And the Habs go to the power play shortly after. Brady Skjei called for a hold on Suzuki. Habs pressure. Caulfield on the side of the net gets a really good look. There's one off the side of the net. On the rebound, Newhook just isn't able to bury it. But there's a really good stop by Andersen to keep the game tied. Or sorry, no, that's the chance where Caulfield goes off the post, wide open net for Newhook, but Andy's just able to get across. There was another one later where Newhook just couldn't get all of it, but it was a good chance. But this is the one where he should have had that as a goal. Andersen just made a really damn good stop. Habs, though, are 0 for 2 on the power play. Canes press, 3 shots into missing the net, but there's some good presses by the Hurricanes. Habs actually lead the shots, though, 3-0 4 minutes in the second period. Kotkaniemi has a battle for the puck against the boards. It comes loose. There's a nice look for the Canes. Brendan Lemieux then I believe it's Raphael Harvey-Pinard from behind. Clearly a hit from behind, no penalty though. Harvey-Pinard thankfully quick to get up. Canes press is a couple good. All right, I'm done. I'm done with this gag. I'm done with this. Oh, that was getting weird. Oh, it's nice to be able to move my neck properly again. I'll just put you there for now. I'll pick you up later. But yeah, the Canes press. There's some good shots in the slot. Habs just can't get control. Monty was needing to be as good as he could be, and he would. There's some good chances, but a turnover ends up leading to a Habs rush. Armia is just beat though on an offside call as the Habs try to press. Hurricanes then look back the other way. Habs good D though. There's a bouncer on Monty that gets covered. Habs pressure, and the puck for a shift was a magnet on Matheson's stick. Nice holds at the line. 2 of them for Matheson. Yeah, he's just controlling the play. He's able to center it. A couple good looks. Newhook nearly gets one. Canes are tired. They were held up for about 2 minutes with 2 guys barely being able to get a change in. And then they finally do get their changes. The Habs try to gather momentum, but the puck ends up coming out of the zone. Armia then gets shoved into Andersen. There's no call as the Canes fans wanted one. I guess they wanted their own guy to go to the box. That sucks. Habs try to press. Canes with momentum. There's a couple chances. And they end up scoring late in the final minute. Stefan Noesen with 27 seconds left. Buries a loose rebound. That sucks. Not something that you'd ideally want, but it just happened. You got to try and rebound in the third. The shots are 21-19 for the Hurricanes. They have a 2-1 lead after 40 minutes of play as well. In the opening seconds, the Canes nearly score. There's a good chance. And then the Habs score. 40 seconds in, Joshua Waugh buries his second of the night to tie the game. But nope. They quickly look at it. The refs gather, and there's no goal due to goalie interference as Newhook sneezes on Frederik Andersen. You can't do that. So it is a 2-1 Canes lead, unfortunately. Yeah. Marty gets to look at the review, but gets to look at the replay, but he decides not to challenge. Probably would have been called anyways. So yeah. Habs, though, they do go to the power play. Armia gets hooked by Chatfield after a bit of pressure. It's funny, the camera angle they were showing, perfect look at the hook. It's like clearly in there, and the refs, they end up calling it. I just like that sometimes when they change that camera angle to be special, and they end up catching something like that. I think that's fun. But not so fun. The power play. It is all Hurricanes. I believe it's Natchez with a early break. Good stop by Montembeault. There's then a 2-on-1 about 25 seconds later. No shot gets off. Canes get an easy kill. I put, what the fuck? Because that's literally all I could say is that looked like a Carolina power play. Habs, not so surprisingly now, 0 for 4 on the power play. Suzuki with a nice hit on Aho. Fans boo because you can't hit the guy who should be a Montreal Canadian. He wanted to leave Carolina. Canes are in control during the third period. Drury and Gooley end up going at it in the corner. Both might go to the box. It looked like the refs were doing a thing, like both you go, but nope, no penalties at all. Probably was just a go to your respective benches type deal. Habs get some pressure, and they go to the penalty kill. The Brendan Gallagher special. Gally with probably his 45th third period penalty this season. At least it feels like that. Yeah, he's called for a clear trip. Habs are able to clear. Canes get some pressure. Couple shots for Aho and Natchez. Just can't bury anything. Habs with some good kill. Habs are 3 for 3 on the PK. Canes then suddenly put the pressure big time on the Canadiens. Lots of chances with them getting 2 line changes in. They wanted to finish the game with 6 minutes left. Montembeault was the reason the Habs were in this. Genuinely, you put Primo, you put Allen, you put Dobesh, you put any other goaltender in the net for them, for the Habs, and this game's probably out of it by this point. It's probably 4 or 5 to 1 Carolina, because they had some damn good chances. The Habs barely got much in this third. I think, spoiler, but at the end, I think the shots in the period were 19-7 for the Hurricanes. They came out to fight in that the third period. Habs line is held up for over 2 minutes. I didn't get exactly a look on who was on the ice, just because Montembeault was making saves most of the time. But Harris was on for 250. I heard that from the commentators. I just put goddamn why, how, and the Habs go to the PK. Unfortunately, Newhook's called for a hold. That sucks. And I mean, hey, you know what? The Habs finally get a line change, but like I said, it comes with the penalty kill, unfortunately. But 8 seconds in, a near shorthanded rush, Matheson ends up getting tripped. He draws a penalty. There we go. As they say, it's smarter to take the penalty and only risk a potential goal over, let the guy break in, and there's more than likely a goal. So, Habs are 4 for 4 on the PK tonight. Drury, like I said, goes to the box. He's the one for tripping. And the Canes score naturally because momentum comes to the Canadiens, and they say, hey, here you go, buddy. Brady Skjei, surprisingly on the breakaway, gets the second of the night. He makes it 3-1 Canes. Shout out Caulfield, actually almost catching him on that break. It's literally the shot, and then immediately after it, that's Caulfield barely misses a stick lift. But it is 3-1 for the Canes. Habs try to press during the next 4-on-4. Suzuki nearly finds Jack-Eye cruising to the net. Habs end up being 0 for 4 on the power play. And the Habs get gassed in their own zone. The Canes with big pressure. Habs just cannot clear, unfortunately. Monty goes to the bench with a minute 30. Svechnikov puts it home 4-1 after a couple misplays. And, it's a 4-1 Canes lead. That sucks. Final score ends up being 4-1 for the Canes, who, by the way, in the final minute press, they end up getting 2 more last chances on Montembeault. Final score is 4-1 for the Canes. Final shots, 40-25 for the Canes. The 3 stars ended up being Brady Skjei, Frederik Andersen, and Montembeault. I believe in that order. I would have gone probably Andersen, Monty, then Skjei, even though it's rare for a defenseman to score 2 goals in a game. I think both goalies really, really shined in this game. Despite the score being 4-1, really 3-1 if you exclude the goal that Jake Allen allowed. Shout out empty net reference. If you exclude that empty net goal, this really honestly was a goaltending battle. This was a very, very solid goalie battle. Andersen made some damn good stops. Montembeault made some really solid saves. Just a goalie duel, and unfortunately the Hurricanes won this one. And so with that, unfortunately, like I said, because we are not live, we don't have a chat to get into. We will, though, have a chat tomorrow on the trade deadline broadcast. So yeah, I just realized I was going to consider putting like a little thing like NHL trade deadline coverage live at 9 in the morning or whatever. I just forgot to do so I'm glad I did that little bit in the beginning. But in case you forgot, trade deadline, we're doing the coverage tomorrow, probably around 8:30, 9 o'clock we're starting. Go to the channel. If you guys click on the channel, go to the live tab, you'll see the deadline thing. If you want to be reminded, you can hit that bell. And I think as I'm recording this, I've got 4 or 5 likes on it, so we got some people who are already supporting the stream and probably coming by. So yeah, let's get into the final stats for the Habs, and let's talk and shoot the shits. Nick Suzuki has 25 goals, 36 assists, 61 points. Shout out to him. He's been easily top of the Selke race this year. Cole Caulfield, 19 goals, 31 assists, 50 points. Just a reminder, 50 points in 63 games is a down year for Cole Caulfield, apparently. Mike Matheson's got 8 goals, 36 assists, 44 points. Sean Monahan, when he was a Canadian, had 13 goals, 22 assists, 34 points. Yaroslav Kafsky, 13 goals, 18 assists, 31 points. Jake Evans, 5 goals, 16 assists, 21 points. Alex Newhook, 9 goals, 11 assists, 20 points. Brendan Gallagher, 10 goals, 9 assists, 19 points. Josh Anderson, 7 goals, 10 assists, 17 points. Yoel Armia, 11 goals, 5 assists, 16 points. I told him he'd start getting some assists, and he did just that. David Savard, 5 goals, 10 assists, 15 points. David Savard, I know. 5 goals, 10 assists, 15 points. Caden Gooley, 4 goals, 11 assists, 15 points. Justin Barron, who's currently down in Laval, had 6 goals, 6 assists, 12 points. Tanner Pearson, 5 goals, 6 assists, 11 points. We'll see if he gets moved. Same with potentially Savard, Anderson, Armia, Gallagher. Unfortunately, Galley's not being moved. And a couple other guys. Michael Pozzetta, who I still have no clue if he's hurt, if he's just a healthy scratch. But why he isn't in over Jesse Ullinen, I don't know. But That's beside the point. He has 3 goals, 7 assists, 10 points on the year. Jonathan Kovacevic with 6 goals, 3 assists, 9 points. Jordan Harris, 2 goals, 6 assists, 8 points. Arbor Xhekaj, 4 goals, 3 assists, 7 points. Christian Dvorak was unfortunately out for the remainder of the year. Jesse Ullinen and Joshua Wall, all with the opposite of 3 goals, 4 assists for 7 points. Raphael Harvey-Pinard with goals, 6 assists, 7 points. Jaden Struble, 2 goals, 4 assists, 6 points. Gustav Lundstrom, when he was with the Canadiens, 3 goals and assists for 4 points. Mitchell Stevens with 2 goals and assists for 3 points. He's currently down in Laval. Kirby Dach, who's unfortunately out for the remainder of the year. Caden Primo and Sam Montembeault, each with 2 assists. Brendan Gignac, who's currently down in Laval, has his first NHL goal. And Jake Allen with 1 assist this year. Caden Primo has a lone shutout for the goaltenders. In terms of fighting, though, Michael Pezzetta, he's got 6. Arbor Xhekaj has got 5. Josh Anderson's got 4. Nobody's got 3, surprisingly, but Caden Gooley and Jonathan Kovacevic each have 2. Yuri Slafkovsky, Tanner Pearson, and Jaden Struble, and, I mentioned all of them, all have 1 singular fight. So, yeah, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Just a reminder, one last reminder, we will be live at the deadline tomorrow. That is going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share, and everything, which includes, but it's not limited to, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and everything else. My name is Rice. Please subscribe to join the Puff Club, the H Club, Subbub, and the D Nation. If you are a member of the Mod Squad, thank you for monitoring comments on stream interviews. It is much greatly appreciated. Links in the description are the Amazon wishlist, the PO Box, PayPal, the Discord, Letterboxd, Spin account, the Streamlabs, the Twitch, and the Have Normals podcast, which there's a new episode of, are all down there as well. By the way, we are also on the road to 1,000 subs to get out of Mom's basement and start making money from YouTube. So yeah, that is going to do it. I don't worry out. Always remember, no matter how bad we were last year, how bad we are like this year, or how good we'll be in the future, go Habs go, baby. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Rice, and I am out. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye guys. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye guys. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye guys.